The Rambler, the
Welcome,
gambler,
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It is the 27-hour transmission. We've got coming up so many amazing people joining us. We've had Joel Skousen, Tarpley, Albrecht. We've got coming up in an hour George Noory, then David Icke. He's over in New Zealand, so we're playing with times right now. He may be on then or later. Mike Adams then, during real prime time, will sit in for 2 hours with us while I take my first break. And he's going to be interviewing a bunch of folks. Mike Adams always informative with a bunch of breaking news. We've got Alfred Adask then joining us. We've got a bunch of time for open phones as well. Texe Mars, a bunch of other people. Springmeier, Dykes, Corbett, Watson, Reeves, Celente, Jim Mars, Alan Watt, Bob Chapman. And we're going to premiere, and of course, Aaron always has to make something the very best and fancy, which is great. In the last 6 months, he's worked off and on this interview with Charlotte Iserbyt dealing with Skull and Bones. A lot of this has never been reported before. She's the person that gave Anthony Sutton the stuff that he put out that blew it wide open. Well, her dad was Skull and Bones and some other family, and she went into more detail than anybody ever has. And Aaron has been off and on, like the 3 or 4 days, working on it. There's nothing like a deadline to get something done because he's always busy doing other videos and other reports, just like I am. You know, it's hard to do new stuff or get other things done because you're always tied down with a bunch of other work. That's why we're doing this money bomb to hire another video editor, another researcher, reporter, trying to find somebody like Aaron Dykes who understands all this stuff. We want to hire 4 or 5 more people. So we also have some depth, a little bit of depth, so it's not just all of us constantly killing ourselves to get this info out, and a bunch of equipment we need to get, and a few crew members around here deserve a little raise or something. It's always good to do that for their hard fighting. So again, if you believe in what we're doing, it's free will. You're not forced to do it like the government does, coming and taking your money and making you do it. Donate at Infowars.com. You can also go to InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. And you can donate $5, $10,000. But I do not want people donating who are in bad straits right now. I'm not like the government that comes and takes your house when you can't pay your bills or your property tax. Or I'm not like the government that, I'm here saying if you have means and you like what we're doing and you want to see more of it and you appreciate the level that we're contending with the globalist at, then I absolutely want to expand what we're doing. And if you believe in that, please donate at Infowars.com or at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. You can also donate by buying the books, the T-shirts, the bumper stickers. I mean, at a certain point, the bumper stickers we actually make no money on. No money on. You'll notice our prices just go down, 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 down. Because all I care about is shipping masses of stuff out that warehouse. It's not about the money. I mean, it's okay to have a car that's, 3 or 4 years old so it doesn't break down. It's nice to have a house that's comfortable, have a mattress that is comfortable. But, you notice you don't see me wearing makeup here. You notice I'm not worried my hair's falling out. I'm not very worldly, folks, unless in a worldly sense, I like to knock bullies' teeth out, I guess, physically or politically. The point is that I want to wage war on these people via the info war. I know they're coming in with the censorship, the control. We need to launch more operations, more tentacles, because they've got their tentacles everywhere. We need to put our runners out even more and continue to replicate what we're doing and expanding it, because we are hitting pay dirt in the info war. We are hurting the globalists. They absolutely don't know what to do. They're hitting us from every angle with COINTELPRO, disinformation operatives, attacks, and it's just not working. In fact, it's actually advertised us in who we are and what we're doing here at the info war. So again, my friends, I've been on air now, for only 4 hours. I tell you, it's Murphy's Law that I usually don't wake up in the middle of the night, can't go back to sleep. I woke up at 4 a.m., tried to go back to sleep, and I actually feel hammered today. But I'll hit my second and third and fourth wind. I really don't feel worthy to be doing this. I mean, I'm bringing you such incredible news. Such amazing, earth-shattering things are now unfolding. And I am just exhausted. I mean, we're up here till 9, 10 o'clock every night now. My children are growing up in front of me, and I hardly see them one day a week. And I'm not complaining. It's just that I'm throwing my full self into this and against this. And you have made us strong with your support, buying the books, the videos, spreading the word about the show. You are the reason we've had this much success. Now, we're small, but we're strong. Our organization is small. Our amount of money is small compared to large institutions. But the bang for the buck, we are really having a huge effect. Now, we've launched our internal phone system. I tried to get the 5 or 6 calls at Genesis that were the longest holding over so we could take your calls. That phone system will be up where I can see it soon. I've got a whole cornucopia of news I haven't even gotten to yet. After I take calls, I will. We got a bunch of guests coming up, obviously, as well. But I want to encourage all of the people that are out there to be part of what we're doing. And there's nothing like donating to it to help us get this job done. So if you've donated in past money bombs and you want to see us continue, who can deny we've expanded? We've launched more operations, the nightly news, hired more people, reporters, and that we're reaching people at a level never before imagined. And I now know that we can go even higher in this fight. And there's great danger associated with that. But I'm not going to do this at half speed. I'm going all the way here. That's why we do a 27-hour transmission. That's what it's really all about. And I couldn't do it without your support and the great job the crew does. But like I said, I want to get some more crew people so we're not always stumbling around exhausted. I want to get some more equipment. So donate right now at InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. You know, a lot of you middle class and wealthy people out there who know this stuff's all real and you listen to the show, but you sit back there and think you're going to stay on the fence. If you're not going to donate or spread the word about this show or buy one of my DVDs and make 1,000 copies of it and give it to people you know, you better go broker some time. It's cheap on local AM station and do your own show. You better start a website. You better start a local newspaper. You better go down to city council. I'm telling you, we need all good men and women to come to the aid of humanity. This is all in right now. This is an all-in operation. I want everybody to go to Infowars.com and order the bumper stickers. We've got them at cost, whether it's packs of 15 or 1,000. It's all available there right now at Infowars.com to help spread this message, to get out front. Warrantless checkpoints, microphones in the trees and the telephone poles, total control, cancer viruses and the vaccines, GMO everywhere. I mean, wars, torture, secret arrest, a Nobel Peace Prize winner launching all these wars. I mean, God almighty, we got to turn this around together. And we're so close. People now know about the Federal Reserve. They now know about the New World Order. The globalists are now very unpopular. A decade ago, nobody even knew who they were. Maybe 2% of the population. We have come so far with the move to audit the Fed and abolish it. We can go so much further together. But more importantly than even donating, spread the word about Infowars.com. Spread the word about PrisonPlanet.tv. Spread the word about our free YouTube channel with 150 million views and growing just on one channel, where it's all posted right there, too. Just appreciate the information. Realize people have gone through a lot of trouble to bring you this. A lot of people died to bring you this information. I've interviewed a lot of people who've been murdered, okay? But we're standing in the sunshine, out in the light, as Jim Garrison said, that's the best defense. Now, I want to show you just a smattering of some of what we've done. Then we're going to come back after a few of these and go right to your calls. The number to join us is 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-ALEX. And you'll be on, those of you we don't get to right away, you'll be on with Noory, you'll be on with David Icke, all the folks that are coming up. Mike Adams is coming up as well. I've got 12 of the reports Darren McBrain just happened to grab. Special reports, subliminal messages from the nightly news. Denver Airport, New World Order art, citizens punished for recording bad cops, 9/11 street poll, Facebook, pre-crime scanner technology, public reacts to Fed raids on Gibson guitars, NFL grope downs. Take this first one. We're going to play 3 or 4 of these, whatever Darren wants to play first. I told him the ones I wanted, and I can't remember now. Which ones? Yeah, we're going to play Subliminal first, and I remembered that one. But the point is, after you watch this, record it and pause it, because you see the Sharpie ad, and it says stop protesting, and then a guy holds a sign up saying now. And it's all subliminal. And you see the stuff where Ron Paul supporters are drug addicts. I mean, this is the kind, anything you watch that's globalist funded. 99% of these national shows have it. I mean, it is just everywhere. And because your subconscious mind absorbs it, the rest doesn't. We got that report. We'll play a few more and then come back and go to your phone calls. And we'll take a lot of calls throughout the evening. We're going to start going to calls right now. But again, InfoWarsMoneyBomb.com. Please get that address. Email it out to everybody. It's kind of had some problems because of all the hits it's getting. You can also send out InfoWars.com. There's the 27-hour marathon broadcast link in red. That has the main stream, the video stream, and then all the backups under it. You can send that link out as well to everybody you know. But we'll be right back after a few of these InfoWars Nightly News reports, followed by Darren McBreen and others. And we want to get more reporters and just expand this because we're reaching millions of people with this. And it's not just Alex Jones up here reading news and ranting and raving and putting out 2 films a year. This way we're hitting them every night with information like this because nobody else has stepped up to do it.
Brought to you in living color. Kennedy died at 1 p.m.
Pleased to bring you our feature presentation. Every day, our senses are being constantly bombarded by subliminal messages that are found in TV, movies, and advertisements. The subliminal messages we are subjected to are unrecognizable by the conscious mind and only recognizable in our subconscious mind. The messages and imagery are passively absorbed and then stored in our subconscious, where propagandists deliberately implant artificial thoughts, which in turn can affect our actions and attitudes later in life. Experiments have shown that less than 1 minute after the viewer begins to watch television, the brain switches from beta-level consciousness, associated with active and logical thought, to alpha level, which is associated with passive acceptance and suggestibility. This is why advertisers spend billions of dollars a year on commercials, as well as product placement within TV shows. Political messages are implanted in fictional TV programs as the relaxed, meditative state of the viewer is receptive to the programming. One example is AMC's Breaking Bad television series, as it depicts a meth villain as a Ron Paul supporter.
I looked him up. It was one of these physicists, one of Hitler's guys, a physicist named Werner Heisenberg. Real cute, huh?
In a basic college-level marketing class, in your first year of radio, television, and film, at least for me, and then I've seen some other textbooks and curriculum and found it's also in those, but most RTF schooling teaches you that they have had subliminals for at least 70 years in the United States and Europe. And so, yes, there is subliminal messaging everywhere. It is all over the place. It's an absolute fact that they flicker it at a rate and that they have the televisions designed for that rate to bring you into a dreamlike state. I mean, it is a fact that within minutes, you go into a dream brainwave when watching television. Go read a book by the father of modern advertising, Edward Bernays, where he calls you a dumb slave and admits they run your whole life. I've read both his major books. One of them's called Propaganda. Edward Bernays.
The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed. Our mind